Good morning, my good friend. This is Dr. Turi. We are Sunday the 7th. What I'm going to say first is, obviously, you don't see my headphones, so I'm using my camera to pick up the sounds, and I apologize, but this is going to be fixed. I'm getting some real good stuff very soon. I'm waiting for it, and my genius webmaster will help me to set it all up so that you get your really good sound, so you won't have this unprofessional sound anymore. So that's the first thing I wanted to mention to you today. Today is Sunday, so if you don't have much to do, you can spend 3 hours with me, because last night I did a show with Eric Cooper, and it was I was challenged to the extreme. Luckily, I was doing a lot of channeling with Draco, and much of the question I was asked were answered the best way I could. So, and you know how I feel about religion, knowing that religions were created by the reptilians. I had to really dig hard and really stimulate Draco to give me some of the answers that the host wanted. Not necessarily wanted to hear, but you know, I can't compromise. I have to say what it is. So 3 hours is a long time for you to digest that. Man, you're gonna get a lot of answers. So if you got nothing to do this Sunday, take the time to listen, grow, and share, as always. Today, of course, the title is pretty obvious. Vatican secrets, pictures exposed. So I have those pictures that were given to me a long time ago by my good friend Jordan Maxwell, a man that I respect deeply and I like, and is now forced to be in the dark because of the Illuminati are trying to get him. So he disappeared from the public. I hope I'm not next. So anyway, today, we are still under that SOS to the world deadly window. So, you know, news of death, it's incredible. Famous people died. It's all over, always. Everybody dies every day, I understand that. But there is such an impact, especially in reference to secrets coming to the light, or again, Russia collision and what's going on. You really have to go to the George Norrie special prediction that I did and catch up with all the news that are collected for you as for you to digest the quatrains and the keywords I use and the methodology used by Nostradamus so that you can really appreciate my UFO predictive legacy. So this young man, his name is Harry Hirawan. He was 28 years old, and we found him dead in his hotel room. So now, using forensic astrology, I know exactly what happened to this young man. Of course, science will never, ever be able to assimilate, to even dare to dig into my work, and they are losing so much in the process. We're not just talking about science. We're talking about the FBI, the police, we're talking about neuroscientists, we're talking about all sorts of things. But again, this specific newsletter associated with this YouTube video, we show you the manipulation that took place as far as the Vatican is concerned, and every single religion out there that do not want you to know what's really going on. And the phenomenal work I'm doing to bring back astrology where it came from, you know, and put it back in our college university to be accepted as a solid discipline where it belongs. So let's look at this this poor kid. I'm going to point out something. First of all, as you can see, he was born in August. Not only was he born in August, but he also has a stellium. If you remember, a stellium means a lot of planets in one sign. He's got Jupiter, so he's very lucky in handling and dealing with foreigners. Jupiter rules foreigners. So anything to do with foreigners and foreign land, he's very lucky. He's got Venus in Leo that makes him attractive and magnetic to women. He's got the Sun in Leo, so all the people born in August, you just have to ask to gain the stage and to gain fame. Again, remember Schwarzenegger, Clinton, Obama, Madonna, I mean, name it. There's so many famous people born in August. If you're born in August, an opportunity is given to you. But now we're seeing the problem, and I'm sure you already did. You see the tail of the dragon is right on himself. So he was born with the tail of the dragon in Leo. Now remember, Leo means love, light, children, happiness, life. Now when the tail is in this sign, and if you don't have cosmic consciousness, and if you don't know enough, you're not going to live long. It is a sad reality. There are a lot of people born in 1990 that will not make it past 30, 35 if they are lucky. Now, Leo was the heart, okay? And how did he die? There you go. You got it. Natural cause, which means a heart attack. Of course, they still do not know. They need to check the coroner findings. But I'm telling you what it is because I know better. Nostradamus forensic, divine astrology, or what I call forensic astrology in the medical aspect of astrology doesn't lie. But what could have stimulated that? The reptilians, hello, they are aware of those energy and they are using it against humans. He might have had a stupid cold or allergies like I have right now. He might have just decided to go to his local store and get something to battle his allergies. And that's enough. That would be enough to mess up his sticker, his heart. A lot of people who have heart problems have a very strong tail affecting the sign of Leo. Saturn, the great malefic in the sign of Leo. Doesn't take a genius. You know, the stars don't lie. Each sign of the zodiac regulates a part of your body. Aries is the baby of the zodiac. He starts with the head, right? Then the neck. Now, last night when I was doing this 3 hours radio show, I spoke to one of the ladies who was in the show. And when she told me of stars, I asked for a star. She gave it to me. I told her, hey, do you have any neck problem? She freaked out. She said, how the hell do you know that? That's what I do. She was shocked. She enjoyed the show like you have no idea. And I told her why she had neck problems and what happened to her as we carry the trauma and the legacy of many, many past lives. So I apologize. So what I'm trying to tell you, there is an incredible amount of wisdom and values to be found in astrology. It is not a pseudoscience. Now there is much more about this kid, okay? And I know he was into health. He's not the type of guy who would take drugs and alcohol, okay? Because he had the moon and Mercury in Virgo. His mental process was virginal, which means very critical, natural health. On top of that, he is a Leo. Like all Leo, all people born in August, there is a subconscious fear of death and disease because they already know they're not going to live long. Now, there is a way to beat all that. Cosmic consciousness, talisman, natural healing, specifically my universal blood transfusion that would help the heart. But people do not know, but they give you instead this medication that's shorten your life. It is just absolutely unbelievable that this type of supreme cosmic wisdom is not being investigated by our infantile scientific community because they all have been indoctrinated into the rationale. Exactly what the reptilians wants to do, indoctrinate human beings into religious man's folly, okay? Never realizing that God never came down, wrote no books, but he made the stars, and he speaks to us through the sign. You are so much more than what you could ever imagine. And the power to create, the power to angle your own fate and live long or even stay younger is given to you. But you've got to be curious and you've got to take chance. That's me to know and you to find out. Right? Do you want to know how to stay young? You think I'm going to give you that secret? When people are spending billions and trillions of dollars, well, it's much easier than what you could ever believe. It's so easy. And I'll tell to the people that come visit me in my cabin when I am doing my UFO conference on that ship in October. and so much more. Now, the reason why I have allergies, what do you expect? I have the moon in Gemini, and then I live in Phoenix, Arizona. You know, it's not exactly nice, clean hair around here. It's the same every year. You know, for me, it's the same every year. That's why I want to get the hell out of here. I want to go close to the ocean where those allergies will be finally gone forever. Because each time, last time I went there, I was all popped up. And as soon as I drove to Florida, when I arrived there, God, that's why I want to go there. The air is cleaner. The ocean air as a Pisces is what I need. So there is so much more to say about you guys. All right. So no point in talking a little bit more. Remember, you're a child of the universe. You have a UCI, which is your unique celestial identity. Okay. And by applying your will and growing spiritually, not only you can beat the reptilians and get the help from the draconians, the gardeners of this world, but you can also have a phenomenal, fantastic life in the process. All right, so what I'm going to do now is, probably hang around to go to the park with my little doggy, go fishing, and have fun. Yesterday there was a gay parade there, so all sorts of people dressed, It was so funny to see all these people. You have those who are born exhibitor, they like to exhibit themselves. They're no gay, they just like to, that's just the way their UCIs are. Then there is truly gay people, and I was wondering, I said, my gosh, none of these people out there knows that their gene, when they were in the fetus of their mother, their gene were manipulated by the reptilians. And at least they don't have any Down syndrome disease. They don't have a violent, sudden baby death. They're still alive. They don't have any autism. They're normal human being, apart from that their attraction to the opposite sex is a little bit weird. And it was set this way by the reptilians because gays and lesbians cannot reproduce. So it's the idea. To them is the idea to have as much and as many as possible gays and lesbians walking this planet. So knowing they cannot reproduce, we will go into this, into the nothingness, extinction. I hope I'm teaching you a few things every single day. So make it a beautiful Sunday, because I will. Bye-bye, guys.